H. Thomas, and I'm an investor in the foreign exchange market, right? This is actually episode 2 of Forex Fridays, right? If you missed episode 1, definitely go back to my page, check it out. It's on frequently asked questions in the foreign exchange market, right? So this is episode 2, and in today's episode, I'll be covering 5 steps to achieve maximum profitability in the foreign exchange market, right? So let's just get straight into it. So for the first step, you are more likely to have your biggest loss after your biggest win, right? So, simply put, we got to just put the phone down, people, right? So after, we have big wins, whether it be something that we got lucky on or we marked it up, chances are we're more susceptible to a big loss right after that because of greed, right? I like to relate it to the example of a casino. So let's say, we have $100 in a casino, and then we go in the casino, and at that point in time, we're up $200, $300, $400, $500, right? So now we're at $600 total dollars, right? The way that the casino is structured, it's structured for us to essentially lose more than we can win, right? So if you're winning at a casino, you are against the odds right now. So, you being up that $500-$600 is a sign that, okay, I should, take my earnings and leave. But a lot of us like to, try to milk the market out till it gets dry, and we end up losing our earnings as well as our initial investment, right? The second step is to trade with a plan. So ultimately, trading with a plan, a lot of us do kind of get trading with a plan just mixed up with just overall, how much we are willing to make and how much we are willing to risk, right? So, Trade House Investment Group actually offers trading plan calls on a weekly basis that also help us structure our trading plan based off of our account balance. But, a trading plan is a little bit deeper than that, right? A trading plan happens to be, when do we want to trade? So are you someone that wants to trade in, the London session, which is about 3 a.m. to 11 a.m., or like the New York session, which is about 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., or even in the Asian session, right? Or are you, once you figure out when you want to trade, you have to figure out what pair do I want to trade? Do I want to trade the pound, the euro, the US dollar, the Swiss franc, the yen, so on and so forth, right? Once you do that, you want to create a certain strategy to trade, right? So do I want to utilize one of the strategies from an educator in the I Am Master Academy? Do I want to, go on the live session, learn a strategy, combine it, make my own strategy? You want to create a set strategy to, trade in the market, right? And then with that set strategy, it actually goes forward to the rules of engagement, right? So with the rules of engagement, it's just that, okay, I want to see this happen over here, with this happening at the same time, to say, okay, it's cool for me to get into this trade, right? If all of these things do not line up, I will not take the trade, right? And once we do that, it allows us to create a level of discipline, which improves our trading odds ultimately, right? So the third step is to trade in a positive state of mind only, right? So, I'm a victim of this as well, right? A lot of the times we go into the market with need, right? When in need, there becomes greed. We go into the market and we need to make a certain amount of money. We need to pay this. We need to fund this trip, or we need this, we need that, right? The market doesn't know us personally, but it knows the mentality of people in need, right? And it does certain things to take the money of the mentality of people in need, right? So you may think the market is directly after you if you are constantly losing a lot of money, but the market is simply taking advantage of the people with your mentality, right? So ultimately, us having a need mentality, it makes moves that essentially targets those type of people, which are a lot of retail traders, and it takes our money, right? The fourth step is know your surroundings. Know your surroundings in terms of being in the market, right? So, if there's high impact news, if anyone is speaking, if there's any economic reports, if there's a big level of support or resistance, which in simpler terms is like a floor or a ceiling. It's very hard to break through a floor, a very, very sturdy floor. So, if I reach that sturdy floor, I should know that, okay, it might reverse or it might go through the floor. I just overall want to know exactly where I am at any given point in time in the market, right? And that ultimately helps me to, make more clear and conscious decisions to be profitable, right? The fifth and the final step is actually turn your losses into lessons, right? A lot of us, we lose, and, we are kind of taught. So, when we lose, just close your phone, close the app for the day. It's cool. We can definitely do that. That helps you with the first step, right? Avoiding that big loss, right? Because, we revenge trade, we go back and we get that big loss, right? But once we close our apps, when we open our apps again, we want to review why we lost, right? Because if you never learn from your losses, that lesson will always be an L, right? That lesson will never turn into a blessing, right? So just overall, us learning from our losses will allow us to see exactly where we went wrong. And the best part about the foreign exchange market is that the price in the foreign exchange market is controlled, right? So oftentimes it does the same thing over and over and over. It's exactly why we are able to be profitable, simply because a lot of the patterns in the past are repeating themselves in the present. A lot of the patterns in the present will repeat themselves in the future, right? So once we know exactly where we went wrong, we are essentially just looking out for that area of where we made that mistake, and we're doing the opposite thing to ultimately be profitable, right? So with that being said, that is the 5 steps that I can provide you guys today with overall being a more profitable trader in the foreign exchange market. I hope this video provided a lot of value and content towards you guys. If you did like this video, definitely like, comment, subscribe. Well, don't subscribe, it's not really subscribe, but like, comment, turn post notifications on. Share this video with a friend, share it with a trader, share it with a non-trader, get the word out, right? Ultimately, I'll just keep making videos, try to provide as much content, as much value, as much information as possible. So, if you're someone that does trade, you'll be able to improve your trading and overall get a better mindset. And if you're someone that doesn't trade, you'll be able to learn a lot more information that will ultimately help you make a decision to start trading, right? So with that being said, I definitely thank you guys for watching this call. For watching this video, I'm sorry, if you watched it the whole way through, I very much appreciate you guys, and cease.